Okay, let's open the meeting. It's May 2nd, 2016 at 9 a.m. Let's open the meeting with the pledge. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Go to tabled business, letter of intent, agreement, property exchange between Delaware County Commissioners and Muncie Sanitary District. Oh, I'm sorry. Roll call, please.
Mr. King,
Yeah, here.
Mr. Henry,
Here.
Ms. Riggin,
Present.
and then sitting in for John Brook is Mr. Joe Retz.
Here.
Welcome, Joe.
Thank you.
All right, now let's go to tabled business.
Okay.
Is anyone here from the sanitary district?
Julie Baring. I'm here from the sanitary district, but we don't know what this is about. And so I just was texting with Nikki, and she wasn't aware of what this was either. Does anybody else
This
know?
is actually about the parking lot that MSD wants to trade our, I think it's our jury lot for another parking lot. But I don't believe MSD owns the parking lot that they want us to trade for at this point in time, so.
That would be why she probably isn't aware of it.
Yeah, and I
Okay.
would actually like to keep it tabled until, because I can't see trading something the county owns for something that MSD doesn't own right now.
I thought Mr. Canatra was going to be here today, but I don't see him.
So I'd just like to leave it tabled.
That's fine.
We need a motion on that.
No.
Okay. Approval of the minutes.
Make a motion to approve minutes.
Second.
Motion's made to approve minutes. Second. Roll call, please.
Ms. Riggin,
Yes.
Mr. King,
Yes.
and Mr. Henry.
Yes. We have the Child Hunger Coordinator, Sarah Rivera.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Is that Nicholas?
Is it on? This one?
Yeah.
My name is Sarah Rivera. I'm the Child Hunger Coordinator at Second Harvest Food Bank. And my position is to maintain and expand the child hunger programs within East Central Indiana. And we have been developing and maintaining two primary programs that we are very excited to be discussing with you today. So we are a food bank that is a member of Feeding America. So this is a national organization that about 200 food banks are a part of. So this organization gives us data updates and is also helping us maintain best practices for programming. And so through Feeding America, we learned that for each food insecure individual, about 7 pounds per week is what they need to be able to maintain a nutritional diet for a healthy lifestyle. And so within East Central Indiana, 1 in 4 children are deemed food insecure, and in certain pockets that's a little bit higher. So in certain pockets it's 1 in 3. And so we've begun to implement 2 primary programs to combat times where children would be hungry. So over summer, long school breaks, over the weekend. And so one of those programs is Food for Kids. So this is our backpack program where children are able to get food at school. It's a small bag that'll fit in right in their backpack that has just supplemental items to get them through that weekend or that long break. And another program that we've been very excited to be implementing within the Muncie Community Schools as our kind of pilot is the school pantry program. And so with Food for Kids, you're getting a few items into the hands directly of a child. And through the school pantry program, this food is being distributed directly to the family. And so a family will come into a school and pick up their food items, and they're able to get 7 pounds of food for that week per each individual within their family. So the goal is to fill that food insecurity gap for the week. And we've implemented this program at Southside Middle School. And some of the benefits that we've seen, aside from being able to feed children and their families, because if a child's hungry, we know that a family's hungry. And so we are seeing that there's higher participation within school function activities. So we strategically organize these food distributions with parent-teacher nights, family fun nights, any kind of event that would be at the school where a family would be needing to be participating. And so with Sutton Elementary, we do a fresh produce distribution at their school pantry. And this is the mobile school pantry. And so it's a few fresh produce items. So it could be a bag of oranges, and a bag of potatoes, or some lettuce, and a bag of apples. And they're able to come to the school, participate in the family fun night, and pick up their fresh produce items on the way out. And at the beginning, before this program was implemented, there were very few families that were attending, just a handful of families. And once this program was implemented into the school, they saw 30% of the school attending these programs on a monthly basis. And so going from 5 to 10 families to 100 families on a monthly basis, this is getting families into the school, helping build rapport, getting families to be able to see who their child's teachers are, talk to administration, and it helps build that rapport, and also is a safe and convenient environment. We collected some survey data, and at the Southside Middle School distribution, and with a question that says, do you and your family feel comfortable coming to the school pantry? 92% said that they do. And so I think that is something that is very crucial and beneficial to our community, to be able to help bring families into the school. And so we are developing these programs as a community engagement endeavor. We want these programs to be sustainable so that everybody is coming together. So we've been working closely with churches, nonprofit organizations, local businesses, and even community members to maintain these programs and create a sustainable program to end child hunger in our area. And so we're looking to build those connections, whether it be through individuals who are interested in donating their time for volunteering, because distributing food, we need these volunteers, and as well as those financial sponsors to be able to maintain this program and continue it. So thank you. Do you guys have any questions?
Well, I don't necessarily have a question, but I would like for you to give your telephone number so Mark can place it on the 4 times that our commissioners meeting is presented to the community. 60 Comcast, I forget how it's ABC or AT&T, but give your telephone number to Mark and just put it out there for our minutes also, because we'll have her put it on our minutes that go on our web.
Yes, absolutely. So my telephone number is
the one that you want.
Yes, is 765-287-8698, and that's extension 112. So 765-287-8698, extension 112. And I can also be reached at srivera@curehunger.org, SRIVERA@curehunger.org.
So we're hoping all the county schools will be jumping on this. It takes time, but you have 2 models that are being very successful, so the track record is there, and we do thank you for coming and sharing with us. Thank you so much.
And I would like to add, that is our goal, is in those schools who are interested, we would like to see this in all of the schools that truly need it and that are really struggling with hunger.
Are you targeting elementaries first, or
Not necessarily.
any school that's in?
Yeah, any school that's interested and looking to bring that community together to build those connections.
Because I like the 92% participation.
Absolutely.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mary Mordew?
Well, Mary couldn't be here today. I'm Dr. Denise Reeves. I'm the current board chairman of Masterworks Chorale. Masterworks Chorale has been in Muncie as part of the arts community for about 35 years. This is our 34th or 35th season, and this year, because of Muncie's sesquicentennial and Indiana's bicentennial, we decided to do something a little different. Our spring concert will be at Muncie Central High School, and we have commissioned a new work, never before performed anywhere in the world, for this celebration. I'll turn that over to Dr. Crow.
Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Andrew Crow, the artistic director for Muncie's Masterworks Chorale. This is a community chorus of 60 to 65 amateur singers who come together for the joy of making music and the impact that that has on our community. As Dr. Reeves mentioned, we normally give a 4-concert season that ends with a choral symphonic masterwork. This year, in honor of that bicentennial for Indiana, the chorale has really stretched itself to do a one-of-a-kind event with the commissioning of a new work. At that event, in addition to the performance of the new choral cantata, we will have lots of community partnerships. The chorale has partnered with Motivate Our Minds, who sent a group of 4th and 5th graders to the archives at Ball State University to learn about Muncie's history as Middletown. And those students are creating works of art that reflect their experience with Muncie, and they will eventually be premiered also at our May 14 event at Muncie Central High School, and then they will have a chance to enter into the archives and the Center for Middletown Studies. Our list of community partners for this event is so extensive that it threatens to crowd out the other information, but among them, the event is an official legacy project of the Indiana Bicentennial Commission. It's the launch of bicentennial celebrations in Delaware County. We've partnered with the Community Foundation, Ball Brothers Foundation, the Indianapolis 500, the Sons of the American Revolution are coming to serve as ushers. The Corn-Fed Derby Dames are helping us to serve the reception. WIPB will be there to broadcast the event, not live, but they're making a documentary about the experience of this Middletown cantata that will be shared with affiliates around the state. We've invited Mayor Dennis Tyler to come and give a proclamation, and so this is beyond our ordinary spring concert. In order to make the event accessible to all members of our community, the volunteer board has done a great job of raising partnerships so that we can offer the event free. It is a ticketed event, but the tickets are free. Again, the event is Saturday, May 14 at Muncie Central High School. It's at 7:30 p.m. and tickets are available from our website, munciemasterworks.org, and also tickets will be available at the door. So we wanted to just raise this event in the consciousness of the commissioners. Certainly we hope that you as individuals will attend. You could bring, say, 100 of your closest friends. And for folks who do not normally attend our Masterworks Chorale concerts or do not normally attend a classical music concert, this is an event that reaches far beyond what we normally do and serves, we hope, to unify our community.
Thank you, Dr. Crow. And how many years now have you been directing the choir?
This is my 3rd year as artistic director there.
Well, you're it's just one of our blessings here in Delaware County, and we appreciate you folks coming today. I do happen to have some tickets. I don't know if all the commissioners will get 10 tickets, but if
I have
anybody-
more tickets,
And,
and in fact, some of these flyers, if there's a place that I can leave them,
Yes.
that you would share with your constituents and family and friends, we would be grateful for that.
Well, we sure appreciate
spreading
you
the word.
coming.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Contracts and agreements for approval. Rick?
Good morning, Commissioners. Rick Franco, Director of Human Resources. What you have before you is a contract to make a change in our short-term disability. To this point, we have been self-insured on short-term disability, and that left a lot of the paperwork and a lot of the decisions to us. By making this change, we will be turning this over to One America. This will be a fully insured contract, so not only will they be paying the claims, but they'll be making the decisions as to who gets the disability and who doesn't. It kind of takes one of the layers out of our area and can take a lot of question out of what happens when we have to turn somebody down or approve somebody. At this point, we looked at the cost of both ways, and there was like a $10,000 difference per year, and you know, we don't have to stand the claim, so if we had that big claim, we would pass that one also. So I'm advising you to make this change, and I think it's a good contract. It's through One America, and it is along with our present carrier, Apex. So.
I appreciate you doing all this research, Rick, and I didn't realize that was such a tough call for you to have to make. I thought you had a...
We get, you know, the doctors work with us, they give us
Yeah.
a lot of information, but I'm not trained in that stuff.
Yeah.
And this way, the true professionals will make the final
Right.
decision.
And it is as of today, I mean,
Right now, we're self-insured. This
but a
will
pre-
take effect June 1st if you guys decide to pass it.
but is it a precondition? It has to be something that's not been diagnosed as today for this?
Well, or the application hasn't been filed. Anything that has been filed is processing in our system. And
But,
then
so this is
starting
just-
June 1st,
this
they
is
can
just
file
amendments.
after that date.
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah. I'll move for adoption.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. King,
Yes.
Ms. Reagan,
Yes.
Mr. Henry,
Yes. Thanks, Rick.
Thanks a lot.
For resolution number 2016-19, Board of Commissioners, Delaware County, to transfer real estate to the Muncie Sanitary District.
This one I do know about.
Yeah, that one.
This one I do know. This is at the corner of Brady and Gilbert. There's 2 lots there. The previous owners have passed away, and the sanitary district needs it for a lift station.
I was wondering what they were gonna do. That one's got quite a bit of dirt there.
Lift station. Mm-hmm.
It'll help the neighborhood too, clean it up a little bit. I'll move for resolution 2016-019.
I'll second it. Roll call, please.
Ms. Reagan,
Yes.
Mr. King,
Yes.
Mr. Henry,
Yes.
Thank you.
Resolution 2016-21, Board of Commissioners identifying tax sales certificate to be assigned to nonprofit corporation.
Good morning, Commissioners. Janet Kessler, Tax Sale Deputy in the Auditor's Office. Yes, this is identifying 3 properties on South Liberty to be offered to a nonprofit. We do have an application, and the public hearing is set for June 6th.
It's 21.
That'll really clean that area up too.
Yes.
Appreciate your help. I'll move for adoption of resolution 2016-21.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. King,
Yes.
Ms. Reagan,
Yes.
Mr. Henry.
Yes.
Thank you, Janet.
Thank you.
Resolution number 2016-022, resolution declaring surplus property in Delaware County. Jason?
Good morning, Commissioners. Jason Rogers, Director of EMS. This resolution is to grant a ambulance that we've taken out of the fleet to Bluntsville, Stony Creek, and Perry Township. Went to a fire chief's meeting last month, and their rescue truck is in dire need of replacement. And through some conversation, we have this truck that we've taken out of service that's been replaced. We don't get much of a trade-in value, more than about $500 on any vehicles that we turn back in. So we've actually been surplusing them for parts and using what we can off of vehicles. This one is just recently been taken out of service, and my understanding is their rescue truck has rusted off its chassis and it's not safe to drive anymore. So those traveling on 35, we feel like it would be a good replacement truck for them, because they don't have the money to do that with. So it's going to help the citizens of Delaware County, as well as everybody traveling on 35 through our county and Henry County down south there. So they cover the south side of the reservoir, so it's important for them to have good apparatus. They came out and drove this vehicle last week and couldn't believe that we would actually do this. So we're very pleased to offer this truck to them at no cost, and because it's surplus for us.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Approve 2016-22.
Motion and second. Roll call, please.
Ms. Reagan,
Yes.
Mr. King,
Yes.
Mr. Henry.
Yes.
Thank you, Jason.
Their chief couldn't be here this morning. He wanted me to thank you very much for this and really stress that they're a very, very small department, and this is a huge investment for them. I do know that they're trying to move into a new building. Their building is not big enough for what they do. They're on a church. They got a church lot and a building down on 35 that will be more visible. But them trying to do that project and have a truck problem at the same time was very detrimental to their operations. And he wanted me to express how grateful they were for you guys doing this and the county helping them out. As has, I believe, Cowan is just about ready to get their truck in service that we gave them. So this has really been a good program for emergency services in Delaware County and saving those volunteer departments a lot of money. So we appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh, we appreciate our volunteers. Thanks, Jason.
Yeah.
Department heads and elected officials. Angie?
Good morning. After reviewing the bids in further detail, I recommend that you award the Bridge 159 construction project to Hoosier Pride Excavating. They were the lowest bidder, and everything has checked out with all the documents that were required to be submitted.
I'll make it. Motion we accept the bid from Hoosier Pride.
I'll second.
Motion and second. Roll call, please.
Mr. King,
Yes.
Ms. Reagan,
Yes.
Mr. Henry.
Yes.
John Burke is preparing a contract for the county and Hoosier Pride, and then after that is fully agreed upon, then we'll have a pre-con meeting, and I'll have more details of when the road closure will begin. Okay? Thank you.
You are looking after July 4th, though.
They cannot close it prior to July 11th, so.
Thank you.
Thank you, Angie.
Mhm.
Anyone else? Department heads, elected officials?
Bob, I'd like to give a shout out to Bob, Mr. Jesse and the highway crew, how they did a nice job out on Burlington. Mr. Jesse says it might be a week or so before they get it striped and painted, but a couple of weeks ago it was one of the bad ones in the community, and nice job, Bob.
I've also heard compliments on that, so good job. Payment of claims, $1,051,455.18.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. King,
Yes.
Ms. Reagan,
Yes.
Mr. Henry.
Yes. Questions, comments from anyone else?
Thank you. My name is John Dupper. I live at 20101 North, County Road 885 West. I'm asking again to have some work done on this road. There has not been a county truck out there since they backed off of 1200 North and put a little sand on it. Not even patching holes. We are needing some help on some of these roads out there. I realize, according to the paper, that you're going to do 70-some lane miles of road. It's only about 32 miles, full mile. I know that when two meetings ago, when one of the commissioners said we were going to do 20, you're increasing that. We understand that. But even at this rate, it will take 30-some years to cover the county road.
Well, that's what I had to tell people, and I do believe that we do owe you some gravel on your road. So Bob, if you could send someone up there, I'd appreciate that, because
We will.
it just, you know, I turned around down there and it's just a little muddy. But I was up checking the roads that we're gonna reclaim this summer. And the ones we did last year are holding up very nicely. And with the equipment and that has to be replaced and the manpower that's aging, we're just doing the best we can. We're improving things. We've got some new leadership. It's really looking good out there, but it's gonna take a while.
And I appreciate, Sherry, you came out 3 or 4 times on that road. It is in no better shape
And I apologize, I
than
really
it's
do.
been in the last 10 years.
Didn't you come up a meeting last year and thank
Pardon?
us for some work that we've done up there?
That was the ones on the west side of 69.
No, I have not seen a list of the roads that you plan on resurfacing.
You've not seen the list?
No.
There's one hanging out here.
Okay, thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah,
That,
and it is online, but a lot of people. But, yeah, that reclaiming chip and seal, we were quite impressed with it, so, and the snow plows, they did a nice job of not getting it too deep, and so I think you'll be pleased.
I'm sorry, but they've never plowed that.
Your road?
The road I live on.
Well, that's not right, because we need to be
They
reporting
have
things.
been down it.
Well, Bob
But
said
we
he's,
have gone by, they have gone by 4 or 5 times in a week, and we have to get out to go to work to pay our taxes.
well, I think you should just have a conversation with Mr. Jesse afterwards and get this
How many
straightened out.
houses are on your road, sir?
There's just 2.
Just 2 houses?
There's actually the farmer and the 2 houses on this.
So there's 2
I
houses?
realize
There's 2 houses and a farm on this road?
that come up and down, that it's still a Delaware County road. I'm sorry, you people get paid by the mile taxes. It's not by the number of houses that are on a road. My land's Muncie wouldn't have any streets paved. They've got so many houses that there's nobody in. We're tearing down 600 of them in town. And according to the mayor, there's 4,000 that need to be torn down.
I wouldn't make a comment about the houses being torn down, but I'll just keep on.
But just please have a conversation with Mr. Jesse and see if you
Okay.
can, because
Thank you.
it does take
Thank you, sir.
conversations. Thank you.
Anyone else?
Make a motion to recess.
I'll second.
Recess.